One of the most isolated places you'll fly to in the world. There's a lot of stuff that goes into our weather planning and flight planning and how we manage the fuel. In terms of the actual landing, because it's all snowy, it's actually one of the softest landings you'll do.
Hey guys, B Snappy here. I'm here with Tristan. We're super excited to have you here at Avalon. So what type of aircraft is this and how do you guys get here?
Sweet, so this is our new Royal New Zealand Air Force C-130J-30, so the stretch model. We recently retired our H model Hercs in January of this year, and this one that you've got here today just got picked up at the factory 30th of August last year. So brand new, shiny, probably the freshest aircraft that you'll see here today. And yeah, we brought it over just for our first show to get it out and about and yeah, show it off to the public.
So what's the range of this beast?
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
So it's you know, how much stuff do we want to carry, how long are the runways that we're going to, and what's the temperatures, the you know, the climate like for where we're going. But I mean, generally speaking, we can probably stretch about Darwin to Auckland is about empty, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're going against headwinds or you've got a lot to carry, then it can shorten that down quite a bit.
All right, so this having 4 engines, is it able to fly on one?
One, I think, would be a pretty bad day.
Yeah.
We can routinely fly around on 3. We'll shut engines down on purpose if we need to loiter for things like search and rescue, extend our time on station. And in our emergency training, we'll often practice 2-engine work as well. So either double asymmetric, where you've got both engines out on one side, and that can affect things like if the 1 and 2 are out, you have no gear, no flaps, no anything, and it's all manual, cranking it down. So yeah, we practice that those kind of emergencies in our simulator all the time. So two we can do. 1, it's not going to be a very good day.
Yeah. So where are you guys actually based?
So we're based in Whenuapai, which is up on the northwestern area of Auckland, and we've got there our 5Js and 2 Boeing 757s with 40 Squadron.
Yeah. Where do you guys come from?
So we just tacked on the back of a task. We've been over in Pierce dropping some stuff off, and then we popped over. So we got here Wednesday night, and then back to Auckland for us on Monday morning.
So I've heard you're also doing trips to Antarctica. What are you doing down there?
Yeah, so we've been supplying McMurdo and Scott Base down in Antarctica for the last 50 years with our Hercules. So I actually took the first plane down there at the start of the season, which was November last year. Might have been October actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do trips out of Christchurch and work with the US Antarctic program to do all the supply flights out of that. So at the moment we're kind of still introducing this into service, and that was one of our first kind of big sign-offs that we got at the end of last year.
So in Antarctica, you're landing on snow. How do you actually train to land on snow?
Yeah, so it's a big, it's actually quite a big job. The whole Antarctic side of flying. There's a lot of stuff that goes into our weather planning and flight planning and how we manage the fuel, etc. Because obviously one of the most isolated places you'll fly to in the world. So we take quite a staggered approach to getting people down there. In terms of the actual landing, it's nice and easy. We land on a big groomed runway that's about 8,000 feet long down there.
Yeah.
And because it's all snowy, it's actually one of the softest landings you'll do.
Yeah.
It's quite forgiving area. So yeah, it's a little bit at the end, but yeah, the whole operation of actually getting down there in the first place is probably the hardest part that we get to.
So before you were flying this aircraft, how do you make your way to being the captain or flight lieutenant?
So I've been in the Air Force for about 13 years now. So I joined 2013. Back when we first started training, we had the CT4 air trainers, similar to what the Aussies used to fly, but they've been replaced with Texans now. After that, I moved on to King Air 200s. Flew those for a couple of years, and then I've been on the Hercules with the H model since 2017. I did a couple of years as a co-pilot, then became a captain, then became an instructor, and then came over to the J once we bought our new model. So yeah, about 8 years in total.
So what's a typical day look like for you guys? Are you patrolling New Zealand or?
So I guess the great thing about the Herc is we don't really have a typical day. We're just such a multi-role plane that, you know, a lot of the time we're moving stuff for Air Force, Army, Navy, other government departments, and that's probably makes up 60-70% of what we do. but every day is a different task, a different destination. And then we also have a bunch of other roles that we do. So we're a massive search and rescue asset. We have, 1/8 of the world's surfaces, New Zealand SAR region. So it's a big job covering that, and we work alongside with the P8 to cover that. We also do parachuting, support to the Army with that, airdrop for exercises with them. Yeah, heaps of stuff with America, Australia, all these exercises overseas that we do just to help out where we can. And humanitarian aid, disaster relief is probably our core output. So whenever there's an earthquake, a tsunami, hurricane that rolls through us, we're always there dropping stuff off and helping out.
Are you actually flying up to the Pacific Islands or doing work with them?
All the time. So yeah, we got our kind of regions that we work out of. New Zealand, Australia is very obviously common for us to come over here, pushing up through the Pacific all the time, heading up, anywhere from Guam to Tahiti, we cover the whole lot.
Yeah.
And then of course we go further abroad helping out. We've been through Europe, Middle East. Yeah, lots of places to always be.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Captain Tristan, and great job you do protecting New Zealand.
Hey, thanks very much. Cheers. Hey, was the show.